Friday to you all out there in Randomville. Uncle Midnight T coming back to you on a Friday that is just after wintertime. And I think it tried to snow today, but it's a little too warm for snow, so it's been raining. So I'll tell you what, I will take rain over snow probably any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And part of that's because I think I'm a pluviophile. What is a pluviophile, you ask? A person who gains enjoyment from rain showers. So I think I'm a pluviophile. Anyway, so I just got my car fixed today, which is awesome, because for a while, actually for quite a while, it's been doing this incessant belt squeal that I couldn't figure out what was going on with it. Well, I took it down to a local auto mechanic here, Valley Automotive, and they have found that cars of this type have 3 belts on them. Well, the one that goes around the air conditioner, it has 2 tensioners on it that basically put pressure on to tighten the belt. One of them actually had the bolt missing from it. So with the bolt missing, it couldn't do any tension at all. So what happened is that I'm assuming it was the previous owner of the car before they traded it into the place that I got it from. What they probably did was somehow they either lost the bolt or got stolen or what have you, and they tried to compensate for that by maxing out the one remaining tensioner that was working and putting a smaller belt on it, which may have worked kind of for a little bit, but it ended up not working at all. So for a while I was dealing with the fact that, you know, this thing would squeal incessantly for like a good few minutes until it started warming up. So what ended up happening was I was looking all over for this one bolt, and apparently what it is, it's a bolt that's special made for these types of engines because it's got a milled end on the bolt, which pushes against the air conditioners to make tension. So you can't use just any standard bolt, from what I understand. So the local junkyards didn't have this bolt, and if they did, it was on a complete engine that they weren't willing to part out. That was my understanding. So the mechanic went to the local Mitsubishi dealership, and they said, "Oh, we can't get this bolt. It's been discontinued. You can't even get it in Japan anymore." I go, "Great. Now what am I going to do?" So I did a little looking online. Thank you, Internet, for providing a solution. There is a website out there for what they call DSM engines, the older Mitsubishi engines. It's called ViaMoto.co.uk, and I'll drop a link down below for that one in case anybody else has a 90s Eclipse or Mitsubishi that's looking for a hard-to-find part. So apparently, I contacted ViaMoto, and they had it on their website. So they emailed me back and they says, "Okay, this is going to be a special order part. It'll probably take about 10 to 14 days to do that. Do you want to wait, or would you like a refund?" So I replied back and says, "As long as you can get the bolt, I will wait. That's fine." So the bolt itself was like less than $2, but the shipping was like another like 18. So all in total, I mean, less than 20 bucks for this bolt, all inclusive. However, here's the funny part. Where were they able to special order this bolt from? Japan, of course. The place that the US Mitsubishi dealership, at least the one locally here, said was discontinued. You couldn't get it, period. So it ended up going the long way around the world in order to get to me. But eventually the bolt did arrive. I showed it to the mechanic. He said, "Yep, that's exactly the part that we're looking for." So I went in, took the part in, and they replaced that bolt. They replaced that belt, put the proper one on, and replaced the other 2 belts that are part of this engine also. Just made them all brand new. So basically, all total, I'm out less than $200, which is great. So I go out, start up the car, starts up, all you hear is the purr. And it's like, oh yes, the purr. That's all there is. No squealing, no nothing, and it's back to being beautiful again. It's hard to think that, you know, one bolt And I know there are people who do machining, that do, they make custom parts, and there's probably somebody who could have probably turned a bolt like this for probably about the same cost. But when all said and done, if it's the same cost, it's like it kind of a moot point. It's less than 20 bucks. It's fine. The total repair for everything was less than 200. So including, and that's including buying the bolt and having it shipped, plus having all the belts done, everything was less than $200. I consider that a bargain. So that's what happened as far as the tail of the squealing engine goes. Most of the time when somebody has a squealing belt, it's usually because of an alternator belt or some other belt that has worn out, loosened up, needs to be tightened, needs to be replaced. Something normal. If this thing would have had all the tensioner bolts, replacing the belts would have been a far shorter process. But the fact that this engine was literally missing one of the tensioner bolts, that's what made the process harder. Because with foreign cars, sometimes you have a part that's specially made for these types of engines. Why Mitsubishi engines are called DSMs, I have no idea. One of the mechanics at the shop says he came up with a meaning for the acronym. DSM stands for done spending money. I think I'm done spending money on this for a while, because truth be told, when I bought this car, the top, it goes up and down fine manually, but for whatever reason the motor does not work. I don't know why. And yes, I end up way overpaying for it, because I went through one of those dealerships where they do the in-house financing work, so of course, you end up paying a higher rate for the convenience and rebuilding your credit and what have you. But the service has been okay. I mean, do I trust their mechanics any further than I can throw them? Probably not, because when they do their multi-point inspections on these cars, it's like, how could you miss that? How could you miss that one critical piece? I mean, how could you not see that the belt was loose? So, take it as you will. But, at the end of the day, at least it works. It's fixed. It's done. So I know I'm just blathering on about the tail of a bolt, the tail of one bolt. And as the place I ordered the bolt from, the guy I was emailing with, he has the best tagline on his email. It takes thousands of bolts to assemble a car, yet only one nut to scatter it all over the highway. And that's so true. So that's my tale. Have you had any kind of similar experiences with foreign vehicles of your own? By all means, let me know. I mean, it was an interesting experience. Thankfully, one that had a happy ending. So the frustration level has gone way back down. Alrighty, that's it for today. Just a short video for you today. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, so I thought I'd give you something to kind of mull over. So hope you guys have an awesome day. As always, like I always say, live life a little randomly each day. And we'll catch you guys in another random video. Hope you guys have an awesome day.